Okay, I was busy filming and I left my backpack on one of the tables out there, and this kind gentleman found it for me. And what are you here for?
Well, I'm just here to basically network my tail off and see if I can't get these 5 multi-million-dollar startups, these $3 million inventions out here to the public, so I can help start saving 10 million lives in the next 5 years, baby.
Okay, so and what's your name? AJ?
Adam Joseph Charnas, AJ.
Okay, all right, so, and he returned my laptop and everything, so give this guy some money. He totally deserves it.
SDSW
High five. Thanks, brother. It's day 4 of San Diego Startup Week, and today the 3 things I'm most excited about are the cannabis tech session, which I actually missed because I met up with a celebrity for the first time in LA yesterday. We ended up talking all night. Didn't get back till 5 in the morning. Anyhow, the other thing I'm heading to right now is funding female founders. In 2016, the number of female-run privately held companies is double the rate of men, yet they're still only getting about 4% of VC money. So that's what this next one's going to be about. And then tonight is demo night for all the different tech, and there's going to be actual VCs and angels there, so that'll be pretty exciting. I usually run about 5 miles a day, and I haven't needed to do my cardio. Literally, it's I'm walking about that much between the 18 locations that it's spread out in San Diego. This San Diego Startup Week is huge.
$36 million, and I'm about to go at it again. So it's a never-ending battle when you're transforming a $31 billion industry, and I have a lot of experience in being rejected by angels, rejected by angel groups, invested in by angels who are super enthusiastic, invested in by people who are looking for a social mission to transform, and then also being invested in by VCs and private investors across the board. So it's been quite, I can't say that women CEOs don't get funded, but I can say it's very hard to get funded, and I'm eager to share whatever you would all like to share or ask.
Well, how much do you think gender actually factors into this? Because this is super dismal, and I read this and I think, I feel like this community is pretty smart. You recognize a business opportunity, you're democratizing our voting system. Hello, dangling chads, remember that? She solved it, right? So it's like, this is a big deal. What you're doing is a big deal. And so if I were an investor, I wouldn't pause for 2 seconds, right? But is it real? Is this real? What have been your experience? And then, when you counter it, what do you do with it?
So I think I like data. I really, really like data because you can learn from it, but you can also manipulate data. So you have to, one of my favorite facilitators said once to me in a meeting with about 12 of us trying to make decisions, every time one of us would say something that mattered, he would say, "So what?" Which initially sounded annoying, but what he really meant was, why does that matter? And dig deeper until you get to the core of the issue. So there is a lot of data around whether women get funded. I'd like even more data. I'd like to know there are 28.6% of women-owned firms, but how many of them were trying to raise money? So I want to know, of the people out there trying to raise money, how many get funded and don't? How many are men and get funded and don't? And that data I think would be fascinating. It is hard raising money as a woman, but I'm pretty sure it's hard raising money. I've never been a man raising money, so I don't know that. But what I do know is that I want to believe that the thing that was most against me wasn't my gender, but was my lack of experience. Because as a non-CEO, I mean, what I used to tell people is that someone's born with a CEO card in their pocket. How do you decide that they have the experience to do it? But had I gone through Qualcomm or Microsoft or one of these companies where I had been taught to be an executive, maybe that would have given me a little more credibility. I don't know. It would have been an easier route, I think. So I know being a woman made a difference, but I don't know if in some ways it made a positive and in some ways made a negative difference. But being inexperienced made a big difference.
Exactly. Thank you for that. Supriya, same question. Where are you? How long has the company been around? Where are you in your capital raise? Let's hear, and then your experience.
Yes. So we haven't had the pleasure of being there as long as 10 years, and that's very remarkable. But we have been around since 2014, and we were raising almost up to 2 million at this point in time. And most of our funding has come from National Science Foundation and the CASA's, the Center for Advancement of Science and Space, and also from San Diego Angels as well. 14 nanometer chips. These are those chips, those transistors that go in your iPad and your iPhone. But we want to make the next 3 generations of technology, and this is to help bring about the era of zettabyte computing. So the idea you can have extremely powerful computers and devices which will perhaps help you sequence your own genome or even compute when the next meteorological impact is going to be. So we really want to be at the forefront of technology, right at the leading edge.
Here at San Diego Startup Week, and this is Sharon, and I just met her here because she was interested in my whole gear here, right? And she's got a Instagram for her daughter.
It's Maz Life,
okay.
MADZLYFE.
Okay.
I know, Maz Life. It's awesome.
Okay, and why did you come to talk to me?
Because you're amazing. And I learned so much today about, building a brand. I loved it. It was amazing. This was the best conversation of my entire week.
Of the whole San Diego Startup.
Absolutely. Oh, you don't understand. It was amazing. Thank you so much, Eugene. I loved it.
Awesome. Okay, so follow her Instagram. Okay?
Love you. Thank you.
So I'm here with the Paul Pui, CEO of Airbits. So where are we, Paul?
We are at the Broadway Pier, and we're about to kick off the startup showcase demo night.
Demo night. So,
yep, exactly.
What is demo night?
Demo night, we got some startups, including ourselves here at Airbits.
Sweet.
We're going to be demoing products
Airbits
of various startups here in San Diego, all San Diego based, all awesome, cool projects, and so everyone can see what we're up to in this
Ladies
space.
and gentlemen,
there it goes. Woo.
Please come on in and find yourself a seat or a table at which to sit.
So I'm here with the man of the hour, Austin Newdecker, and he's the founder of San Diego Startup Week.
Co-founder.
Co-founder.
It's a group of us.
Co-founder. Okay. You're the man in the hour right now, though. You're on the video. So, but anyhow, this is the 4th year that you've had the
That's right.
conference. Okay. Awesome. So, what are some highlights? You guys have been growing like double in
yeah,
attendance.
we've been doubling every year.
Every single year.
So when we started this, we only had 10 events and a small group of us that were running the whole event. And so we had about 300 attendees, and every year it's doubled. And over that time, we built out the new track system. This year we have 3,000 attendees or more.
Wow.
If you got to look behind us, this is the closing party. We're having a great night, just celebrating all the hard work that the volunteers have put in. This is a purely volunteer-run organization.
That's awesome. Well, this is my first year, but I'll definitely be back every single year. This has been amazing, and you guys give free beer pretty much every night, which is definitely a San Diego thing. I mean, being that we're a microbrew capital of the world, pretty much.
Right. I mean, that's you know, a couple reasons. One, we have the Brew Tech track this year. We're trying to celebrate the cool stuff that's being built in our brewery scene. But also we're just trying to make that $50 ticket completely a no-brainer for anyone that's in the community to kind of come out and celebrate. Because our goal here is to just raise the level of the startup game in San Diego.
Yeah. Well, you've absolutely done that. So anyhow, so we'll see you guys next year. Take care.
Bye.